sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys hold their own, 6-2 over their last 8. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They're going to look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Get it. 77 Wolf.
They'll look to throw here. Open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now a first carry here for the running back. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down. 19 Lions. Go street.
Back to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here, and no panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete. Right side, it's Bond. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The first down carry for Davis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
But when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Parrish. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
For a Cowboys, first down. A gain of 7. First down, Dallas.
On 1st down, Parrish down inside the 40. The Cowboys at 6-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
6-yard line.
Let's go.
Inside give to Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, hey, check that, check that.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go, check.
Go get him, go get him.
They'll set up a throw. Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
No, no.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Check, check.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing well, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 1-yard touchdown reception. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
2nd and 4. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready, hut. Ready.
2nd and 13. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of be a deliberate reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davis. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quarterback Smokey into Bandit Larry. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Second and 9 now. They drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Hey, check that.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
Alert!
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
19, Charger, 19, Mustang 19. Check back. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throws right side, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime over, no problem with us. We'll skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Looking like boom. Pat the 50.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got room.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try the left side. Parrish. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Let's go now. Roll. 18 Cardinal. Ready, up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parrish. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Ready, check.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
19, cut 19. Ready.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Martinez. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready. Reload. Top check. Bobcat. Check.
They'll run on first down. Parrish. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Martinez. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The get team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
77.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings out 3rd and 11.
Ready.
Up the middle to Davis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned
positioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Parrish. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Dallas.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here we go. Viking 18.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
Capture 11. Capture 11.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready? 18. Hawk 70.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
No, no. 70 Timberwolves. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10.
Come on, come on.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
Reload, reload.
Up the middle they go. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stuck him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. I think it was pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, that will get right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down the number 4, getting this inside the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Martinez. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Check smash. Check smash. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 10 yards out, And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
34 yards on the return. And for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Back to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 3.
Come on, set.
They'll drop the throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been... That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
Let's start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Prep goal 80. Let go.
There's that man again. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bond. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 9 now. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
9 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL.
A new rookie class has joined the team. There are a lot of hopes for this group, and one player was drafted to make an immediate impact in the lineup.